My dear friend, today I want to talk about a path that may feel lonely, yet it holds the potential to transform you. The journey of no contact. When we step away from someone, especially someone who has held a significant place in our heart, it can feel as though the ground beneath us has shifted. We may question our strength, our choices, and even our worth. But I want to remind you this period of no contact is not a punishment, it is an invitation. An invitation to heal, to rediscover, and to rise. In the stillness, there is a profound and transformative power that many of us overlook. When the noise of constant communication, connection, and interaction fades away, it can feel unnerving, even uncomfortable. Yet it is within this silence that the most extraordinary healing and self-discovery begin. When you find yourself in a period of no contact, whether by choice or circumstance, it is an opportunity to embrace the quiet, to lean into it rather than resist it. This silence, though it may feel like emptiness at first, is actually a space brimming with potential, a blank canvas upon which you can begin to rewrite your story. At first, silence can feel deafening. The absence of calls, messages, or the familiar rhythm of shared conversations may leave you feeling unanchored. Your mind may wander to what was or what could have been, filling the quiet with questions, doubts, or even regret. It's natural to feel this way because silence exposes all the thoughts and emotions we often distract ourselves from. But instead of fearing this exposure, consider it a gift. In this space, you are free to hear the whispers of your heart, the wisdom of your intuition, and the truth of who you are. Silence is not a void, it is a sanctuary. When you step away from the distractions of constant contact, you create room to connect with the one person who matters most, yourself. This is a time to listen deeply to your own needs and desires, to honor your feelings without judgment. You don't need to rush to fill the space with noise or activity. Instead, sit with the quiet, even if it feels uncomfortable. Allow yourself to feel whatever arises, whether it's sadness, longing, relief, or peace. These emotions are not here to harm you, they are here to teach you, to guide you toward what your soul truly needs. In the stillness, you begin to recognize the patterns that have shaped your interactions and relationships. You might notice the ways you have prioritized others' needs over your own, or how you've sought validation outside of yourself. Silence gives you the clarity to see these patterns without judgment, allowing you to make conscious choices about how you wish to move forward. It's not about blaming yourself or others, it's about understanding and growing from the experiences that have brought you here. This time of silence also invites you to reconnect with the simple joys of life. Without the constant pull of communication, you can rediscover the beauty of being present. Take a walk in nature and feel the earth beneath your feet. Watch the sun rise or set without the distraction of your phone. Listen to the sound of your breath, steady and strong, reminding you of the life force that flows through you. These small moments, when fully embraced, become acts of self-love. They ground you in the present moment and remind you that life continues to unfold in beautiful ways, even in the absence of what once was. Silence is also a powerful teacher of boundaries. It allows you to reclaim your energy and direct it inward. When you are constantly giving, responding, or engaging with others, it's easy to lose sight of your own needs. In the quiet, you learn to honor yourself by saying no to what drains you and yes to what nourishes you. This is not selfish, it is essential. You cannot pour from an empty cup, and this period of silence is your time to refill it. As you sit in the quiet, you may begin to notice a shift within yourself. What once felt like loneliness transforms into solitude, a sacred space where you can simply be. You realize that you are enough, just as you are, without the need for external validation or connection. This realization is both liberating and empowering. It reminds you that your worth is not tied to anyone else's presence in your life. You are whole, complete, and capable of creating your own joy and fulfillment. There will be moments when the silence feels heavy, when the urge to reach out or break the quiet becomes overwhelming. In those moments, remind yourself why you chose this path. Remember that this silence is not about punishment or deprivation, it is about healing and growth. Take a deep breath and affirm to yourself, this time is for me. I am choosing my peace, my clarity, and my strength. As days turn into weeks, you may find that the silence becomes your ally. It is no longer something to fear, but something to cherish. It is within this quiet space that you rediscover your resilience, your creativity, and your dreams. You begin to trust yourself again, to believe in your ability to navigate life's challenges with grace and courage. Embracing the silence during no contact is not easy, but it is profoundly rewarding. It is a time of transformation, a time to shed old patterns and step into a more authentic version of yourself. Trust in this process. Trust that the quiet is guiding you toward a deeper understanding of yourself and a brighter future. You are not alone in this silence, you are with yourself, and that is a beautiful place to be. Releasing the need for approval is one of the most liberating and transformative actions you can take for yourself. For much of our lives, we are conditioned to seek validation from others, whether it's from family, friends, partners, or society at large. This need for approval often becomes so deeply ingrained that it begins to shape our choices, our behaviors, and even the way we perceive ourselves. But there comes a moment when we must step back and ask, why am I giving so much power to the opinions of others? Releasing this need isn't about dismissing others entirely, it's about reclaiming your sense of self-worth and learning to anchor it within, rather than seeking it externally. At its core, the need for approval stems from a desire to feel accepted, loved, and valued. These are natural human emotions, and wanting them isn't wrong. But when we tie our self-esteem to the validation of others, we place our happiness in their hands. This can lead to a cycle of constantly seeking reassurance, altering ourselves to fit expectations, and feeling unworthy when that approval doesn't come. The truth is, you are inherently worthy regardless of anyone else's opinions or judgments. Your value does not fluctuate based on someone else's perception of you. It remains constant and unshakable. When you let go of the need for approval, you begin to step into your true power. You stop living for others and start living for yourself. This doesn't mean you become indifferent or unkind. It means you honor your own voice and trust your own judgment. It's about listening to your inner guidance, even when it conflicts with what others might think or want. Trusting yourself takes courage, especially in a world that often encourages conformity. But the reward is profound freedom. Freedom to be who you truly are without fear of rejection or criticism. Releasing the need for approval doesn't happen overnight. It's a process of unlearning and reconditioning. Start by noticing how often you seek validation. Pay attention to those moments when you find yourself asking, what will they think of me? Will they like this? Am I doing this right? Instead of looking outward for answers, turn inward. Ask yourself, what do I think? Does this feel right for me? These simple shifts in perspective can help you reconnect with your own inner wisdom. It's also important to recognize that no matter what you do, you cannot please everyone. People see the world and you through their own lens, shaped by their experiences, beliefs, and biases. Their opinions are a reflection of them, not of you. Trying to gain everyone's approval is not only exhausting but impossible. Even the kindest, most accomplished people in the world face criticism. So why waste your precious energy striving for something that can never truly be achieved? Instead, Focus on living authentically and staying true to your values. The people who truly matter will appreciate you for who you are, not for who you pretend to be. One of the most powerful ways to release the need for approval is through self-compassion. Be gentle with yourself as you navigate this journey. Remind yourself that you are enough just as you are. Practice affirmations like I approve of myself. I honor my path. My worth is not determined by others. Over time, these positive messages will begin to replace the old narratives that told you your value was tied to external validation. Letting go of the need for approval also requires setting boundaries. When you constantly seek others' approval, you may find yourself saying yes when you mean no, or agreeing to things that don't align with your values. Learning to set boundaries is an act of self-respect. It's about prioritizing your own well-being and standing firm in your truth even when it's uncomfortable. Boundaries are not about pushing people away, they're about creating space for your authenticity to thrive. As you release the need for approval, you'll begin to notice a shift in your relationships. The connections that remain will be deeper and more meaningful because they'll be built on mutual respect and authenticity. You'll no longer feel the need to perform or pretend to be someone you're not. And those who can't accept the real you, let them go with love. Their inability to see your worth does not diminish it. This journey of releasing approval seeking is ultimately about reclaiming your power. It's about realizing that your value comes from within and no one can take it away. When you stop seeking others' validation, you make room for your own voice to rise. You begin to trust yourself, to honor your needs, and to live with greater confidence and peace. Remember, you are not here to live according to others' expectations. You are here to express your unique gifts, to follow your own path, and to create a life that feels true to you. By letting go of the need for approval, you free yourself to become the person you were always meant to be. You are already whole, already enough, and already worthy of love just as you are. Self-love is the foundation of a fulfilling and authentic life. It is not selfish or indulgent, but a necessary practice that allows you to build a deeper connection with yourself and navigate the world with confidence and inner peace. Many of us grow up learning to prioritize the needs and opinions of others, often at the expense of our own well-being. Over time, this can lead to feelings of unworthiness, doubt, and even resentment. Focusing on self-love is the key to breaking free from these patterns and reclaiming your sense of self. At its core, self-love is about recognizing your inherent worth. It's not about perfection or achieving certain standards. It's about understanding that you are valuable simply because you exist. This realization can be challenging, especially if you've been conditioned to believe that your value is tied to external achievements, appearances, or the approval of others. But self-love invites you to look beyond these superficial measures and to honor the unique, beautiful person that you are. One of the first steps in cultivating self-love is to develop self-awareness. This means taking the time to reflect on your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors without judgment. Instead of criticizing yourself for mistakes or shortcomings, approach them with curiosity and compassion. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow? This shift in perspective allows you to treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a dear friend. It's a reminder that you are deserving of grace, even when you stumble. Self-love also involves setting healthy boundaries. When you love yourself, you recognize the importance of protecting your energy and prioritizing your well-being. This might mean saying no to commitments that drain you, distancing yourself from toxic relationships, or carving out time for rest and self-care. Boundaries are not about shutting people out, they're about creating space for what truly matters to you. By honoring your own needs, you teach others how to treat you and affirm your own worth. Another essential aspect of self-love is practicing self-care. This goes beyond physical care and extends to nurturing your mind, heart, and soul. It might involve engaging in activities that bring you joy, such as painting, dancing, or spending time in nature. It could mean journaling your thoughts, meditating to find inner peace, or simply taking a few moments each day to breathe deeply and center yourself. Self-care is not a luxury, it is a necessity. It reminds you that you are worthy of time and attention, and it replenishes your energy so that you can show up fully in your life. Focusing on self-love also means challenging the negative beliefs and narratives that hold you back. These may be thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never succeed." These beliefs are often rooted in past experiences or societal pressures, but they do not define you. When these thoughts arise, gently question them. Ask yourself, is this really true? More often than not, you'll find that these beliefs are based on fear, not fact. Replace them with affirmations that reflect your true worth, such as, "I am capable. I am deserving of love and success. I am enough." Forgiveness is another powerful component of self-love. This doesn't mean excusing harmful behavior, but it does mean releasing the anger, guilt, or shame that may be weighing you down. Forgive yourself for past mistakes and let go of the unrealistic expectations you may have placed on yourself. Remember, you are human, and growth comes from imperfection. Each step you've taken, even the missteps, has brought you to where you are today. Embrace your journey and honor the resilience that has carried you through. As you focus on self-love, you'll begin to notice changes in how you experience the world. Relationships become healthier and more authentic because you are no longer seeking validation or approval from others. Your decisions become clearer because they are guided by your own values and desires rather than the expectations of others. You start to see yourself not as someone who is lacking or incomplete, but as a whole and vibrant individual with unique gifts to offer. Self-love is not a destination, it's an ongoing practice. There will be days when it feels easier and days when it feels more challenging. But every effort you make to honor and care for yourself is a step in the right direction. Celebrate those small victories, whether it's choosing to rest when you're tired or speaking kindly to yourself in the mirror. These moments add up and create a ripple effect that transforms not only your relationship with yourself, but also how you show up in the world. Loving yourself is one of the most courageous acts you can take. It requires you to stand up to the inner critic, to resist the pressures of a world that often tells you you're not enough, and to choose yourself again and again. But the rewards are immeasurable. When you focus on self-love, you create a life that feels true to who you are. You cultivate a sense of peace and contentment that no external circumstance can shake. And most importantly, you remind yourself that you are worthy of all the love, joy, and abundance that life has to offer. Detachment is often misunderstood as indifference or a lack of care, but in truth, it is one of the most profound gifts you can give yourself. Detachment is about creating space between yourself and the things you cannot control. It's not about disconnecting from life or relationships, but about releasing the need to cling, control, or overly identify with outcomes, people, or situations. By practicing detachment, you cultivate freedom, peace, and the ability to navigate life with grace no matter what comes your way. At its essence, detachment is an act of surrender. It's recognizing that while you can influence certain aspects of life, you cannot control everything. This understanding is deeply liberating because it takes the weight of the world off your shoulders. So often we get caught up in trying to make things go exactly as we planned. We attach ourselves to specific outcomes, believing that our happiness depends on them. But the truth is, life is unpredictable, and our rigid attachments only create stress and disappointment when things don't go as expected. Detachment invites you to let go of this need for control and trust that everything unfolds as it should. One of the most beautiful aspects of detachment is how it enhances relationships. When we attach ourselves too tightly to others, we risk placing unrealistic expectations on them. We may expect people to behave a certain way, meet all our needs, or validate our worth. This can lead to frustration, resentment, and even conflict. Detachment, however, allows you to love and appreciate people as they are, without trying to mold them into something they're not. It's about giving others the freedom to be themselves while maintaining your own sense of self. This kind of love is unconditional. It's rooted in respect, not in dependency or control. Practicing detachment doesn't mean you stop caring. On the contrary, it allows you to care more deeply and authentically. When you detach, you stop clinging to things out of fear or insecurity. You let go of the need to prove yourself or to hold on to something that no longer serves you. This creates room for genuine connection, creativity, and growth. You approach life with openness and curiosity rather than fear and resistance. Detachment is also a powerful tool for managing stress and finding inner peace. When you're overly attached to outcomes, every challenge or setback feels like a personal failure. You become consumed by anxiety and the endless effort to fix or force things into place. But when you detach, you shift your focus from controlling the external to nurturing your internal state. You learn to stay grounded and calm, even in the face of uncertainty. This doesn't mean you stop working toward your goals. It means you release the need to control how and when they manifest. You trust that your efforts will lead you to where you're meant to be, even if the path looks different from what you envisioned. Detachment also encourages you to live in the present moment. So much of our suffering comes from being stuck in the past or worrying about the future. We replay old hurts, cling to memories, or anxiously anticipate what's to come. Detachment helps you let go of these mental burdens and focus on the here and now. It reminds you that life is happening in this moment, and that by being fully present, you can experience it more fully and joyfully. One of the greatest lessons detachment teaches is that you are not your circumstances. Your worth and happiness are not defined by your job, your relationships, or your achievements. These things may bring joy and fulfillment, but they are not the source of your true self. Detachment allows you to step back and see the bigger picture. It helps you understand that you are whole and complete no matter what is happening around you. This perspective brings a profound sense of peace and resilience as you realize that you can handle whatever life throws your way. Cultivating detachment takes practice. It requires you to become aware of your attachments and the fears or insecurities that drive them. Begin by asking yourself, what am I holding on to and why? Notice how these attachments make you feel. Are they bringing you peace and joy, or are they causing stress and dissatisfaction? Once you identify these patterns, you can start to loosen your grip. This might mean letting go of toxic relationships, releasing unrealistic expectations, or simply reminding yourself to take a step back and breathe. Mindfulness is a powerful tool for developing detachment. By practicing mindfulness, you learn to observe your thoughts and emotions without becoming overly attached to them. You begin to see them as passing experiences rather than absolute truths. This helps you respond to life with greater clarity and intention rather than reacting impulsively or out of habit. Meditation, journaling, and deep breathing exercises can also support your journey toward detachment by helping you stay centered and connected to your inner self. Detachment doesn't mean giving up, it means letting go. It's about releasing the need to control, clinging to what is familiar, or fearing change. It's about trusting the flow of life and embracing the unknown with courage and grace. When you understand the gift of detachment, you discover a profound sense of freedom and inner peace. You realize that true happiness comes not from holding on, but from letting go. By practicing detachment, you allow yourself to live more fully, love more deeply, and experience life as the beautiful, ever-changing journey that it is. Creating a vision for your future is one of the most empowering and transformative steps you can take in life. It's an act of self-discovery and intention, a way to define your dreams and channel your energy toward achieving them. When you build a vision for your future, you give yourself a sense of direction, clarity, and purpose, which helps you navigate life's uncertainties with confidence and resilience. Your vision becomes your compass, guiding you toward a life that aligns with your deepest values and aspirations. The process begins with reflection. Take the time to understand yourself, your passions, strengths, values, and the things that bring you joy. Ask yourself questions like, what truly matters to me? What kind of life do I want to create? Be honest and open with yourself, and allow your answers to come from a place of authenticity. This is not about conforming to societal expectations or pursuing goals that don't resonate with you. It's about uncovering what feels right for you, what makes your heart light up, and what gives your life meaning. As you reflect, allow yourself to dream without limits. Let go of any doubts or fears that might hold you back, and imagine the life you want to live. Picture it vividly in your mind. What does it look like? Who are you surrounded by? What are you doing? How do you feel? The more detailed and specific your vision, the more real it will become. Don't worry about how you'll get there at this stage. Just focus on creating a clear and inspiring picture of your future. Once you have a vision, it's time to translate it into goals. Break your vision down into actionable steps that will help you move closer to it. Think about what you can do in the short term, medium term, and long term to bring your vision to life. Your goals should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For example, if your vision includes starting your own business, a short-term goal might be to research your industry, while a long-term goal might be to launch your business within 2 years. By setting clear goals, you create a roadmap that makes your vision feel attainable and actionable. As you work toward your vision, it's important to stay flexible and adaptable. Life is unpredictable and circumstances may change along the way. Instead of seeing these changes as setbacks, view them as opportunities to grow and refine your vision. Be willing to adjust your goals and approach as needed while keeping your ultimate vision in mind. Remember, the path to your dreams is rarely a straight line. It's a journey filled with twists, turns, and valuable lessons. Building a vision for your future also requires a strong sense of belief in yourself. You must trust that you are capable of achieving your goals and deserving of the life you envision. This belief doesn't come from external validation, it comes from within. Cultivate self-confidence by acknowledging your progress, celebrating your achievements, and reminding yourself of your strengths. Whenever self-doubt creeps in, counter it with positive affirmations and a reaffirmation of your vision. One of the most powerful tools for manifesting your vision is visualization. Regularly take time to close your eyes and imagine yourself living the life you've envisioned. See it, feel it, and embody it as if it's already happening. This practice not only keeps you motivated, but also helps you align your thoughts and energy with your goals. The more vividly you can imagine your future, the more likely you are to take the steps necessary to make it a reality. Surrounding yourself with the right environment and people is also crucial. Seek out relationships and communities that support and uplift you. Share your vision with those you trust and who inspire you. Their encouragement can provide you with strength during challenging times, and their insights may open up new possibilities. Likewise, distance yourself from negativity or influences that drain your energy. Protecting your mental and emotional space is essential for staying focused on your vision. Throughout this journey, don't forget to enjoy the process. While it's important to strive for your future, it's equally important to appreciate the present moment. Each step you take, no matter how small, is a victory worth celebrating. The journey toward your vision is as valuable as the destination because it's during this time that you grow, learn, and evolve into the person you're meant to be. Building a vision for your future is an ongoing practice. Your dreams and aspirations may evolve over time, and that's perfectly okay. Allow your vision to grow with you and remain open to new possibilities. What's most important is that you stay committed to living a life that feels true to you. By consistently aligning your actions with your vision, you create a life that reflects your deepest desires and values. Your future is not something that happens to you, it's something you create. With clarity, intention, and persistence, you can build a vision that inspires you and take the steps necessary to bring it to life. Trust in the process, believe in yourself, and know that the power to create the future you desire lies within you. Healing is a journey, not a destination, and trusting the timing of your healing is one of the most compassionate gifts you can give yourself. It's easy to become frustrated when progress feels slow or when pain lingers longer than you anticipated. However, healing is not a linear process. It unfolds in its own unique rhythm, often in ways you cannot fully understand at the moment. Trusting this process requires patience, self-awareness, and the willingness to surrender to the flow of life. There is no set timeline for healing. Whether you are healing from emotional wounds, physical ailments, or life's many challenges, your journey is deeply personal. Comparing your progress to others is not only unfair but also unproductive. Each person's experiences, strengths, and circumstances are different. What might take someone a few months could take another person years, and that's okay. When you trust the timing of your healing, you free yourself from the pressure to meet arbitrary deadlines and instead focus on the progress you're making, however small it may seem. A crucial part of trusting your healing journey is learning to honor your emotions as they arise. Healing often brings waves of grief, anger, sadness, or confusion, and these emotions can feel overwhelming. Instead of pushing them away or pretending they don't exist, allow yourself to feel them fully. Emotions are not obstacles, they are messengers, guiding you toward understanding and release. Each time you allow yourself to process these feelings, you move closer to healing. By trusting that these emotions serve a purpose, you can face them with courage and compassion. It's important to understand that healing doesn't always look or feel the way you expect. Sometimes it's messy, unpredictable, or even painful. You might take a step forward only to feel like you've taken 2 steps back. These moments can feel discouraging, but they are a natural part of the process. Healing is rarely a straight line, it's more like a spiral. You revisit old wounds not to relive them, but to peel back another layer and gain a deeper level of understanding and release. Trust that even in the setbacks, you are still moving forward. One of the most powerful aspects of trusting the timing of your healing is learning to let go of control. So often we try to force our healing, thinking that if we just work hard enough, it will happen faster. But healing doesn't respond to force, it responds to gentleness, patience, and acceptance. By letting go of the need to control the process, you create space for it to unfold naturally. Trust that your body, mind, and spirit know what they need and will guide you in their own time. Practicing self-compassion is essential on this journey. Be kind to yourself, especially on the days when you feel like you're not making progress. Remind yourself that healing is not about perfection, it's about growth and resilience. Speak to yourself with the same love and encouragement you would offer a dear friend. Celebrate the small victories, like getting out of bed on a tough day or taking time to care for yourself. These moments, though they may seem insignificant, are powerful steps forward. Healing also requires faith in yourself, in the process, and in life's ability to bring you to a better place. Trust that everything you're going through has a purpose, even if you can't see it yet. Often, the most profound lessons and growth come from the most challenging experiences. While it's natural to want to rush through the pain to reach the other side, remember that every moment of your journey is shaping you into a stronger, wiser version of yourself. Surrounding yourself with a supportive environment can also help you trust the timing of your healing. Seek out people who uplift you, listen without judgment, and remind you of your strength. This might mean reaching out to friends, joining a support group, or seeking professional guidance. You don't have to navigate this journey alone. Sharing your experiences and allowing others to hold space for you can be incredibly healing in itself. As you move through your healing journey, stay connected to the present moment. It's easy to get caught up in regrets about the past or worries about the future, but healing happens in the here and now. Focus on what you can do today to care for yourself, even if it's something small like taking a walk, meditating, or journaling. By staying present, you cultivate a sense of peace and trust that you are exactly where you need to be. Healing is not just about overcoming pain, it's about rediscovering your strength, reclaiming your joy, and reconnecting with your authentic self. Every step you take, no matter how small, is a testament to your resilience. Trust that the timing of your healing is perfect, even when it doesn't feel that way. Trust that life is guiding you toward wholeness in its own beautiful, mysterious way. Above all, remember that healing is a journey of self-love. By trusting the process, you affirm that you are worthy of the time and care it takes to heal. Embrace the journey with patience and faith, and know that every moment brings you closer to the peace and freedom you deserve.